It's time for Top That Trade. Our stars today are Phil Flynn, a Fox Business Network contributor, and Alan Nuckman, an options training pro. Here we go for our special post-election session. Round one, Trump triumph. Stocks were slammed and surged in the first 24 hours. What surprised traders the most?
Well, I've been around long enough not to be surprised by much. It took a few hours, but everybody realized the solid financial footing that we're on, regardless of who the president is. We've got GDP growing 3%. We've got corporate growth in earnings. We've got unemployment below 5%.
Yeah.
The stock market has more than doubled in the last 8 years. So there's a lot of base to build on.
I think he's over the shock and depression that happened. Are you
3%,
over it yet?
3% GDP.
Well, you know what? Listen, the bottom line is that we said it last week. A Trump dump was a buying opportunity. We said it last week. I couldn't believe that people were so bearish on a Trump presidency because a lot of his policies, let's face it, are pro-growth.
Right.
They should be good for the stock market. We're talking about a corporate tax cut that will get done because you have Republicans in the House and the Senate. You're going to see a rollback of Obamacare, which we've been arguing about for years, has been holding back the economy. This is bullish for stocks,
Round number two, sector selection. Which sectors will stay strong post-election?
Oh my goodness, I'll tell you, some of the sectors that didn't perform well, really was the NASDAQ. They didn't do very well because there are concerns about the net neutrality rules. That could change. Something like your Netflix, your Googles and stuff could have more competition when it comes to internet.
Well, let's remember, it's only been a couple weeks since all-time forever highs in the NASDAQ. So,
well, it is. That market's been ahead of itself.
Right.
And the Dow, of course, they love Trump, new all-time high with Trump.
So the sectors that people are looking for, energy,
obviously very bullish.
They're going to look to put a straw in the ground in every possible federal land.
Well, I think they can. I
right,
think at least open up the door. But
defense, obviously.
Defense is going to be rocking.
Banking and healthcare.
Well, listen.
There will be opportunities. I like Cigna. Cigna's been trading sideways.
Yeah.
And some of the other healthcare stocks have already popped up. So, yeah, Cigna.
I think a lot of the energy companies right now, if they have a strong balance sheet, they're going to perform very, very well. Defense stocks very well across the board. But banking stocks, the rollback of the Dodd-Franks, the regulations, a lot of money's been wasted on bad regulation. If you could have smart regulation, I think the economy could boom. And I think the same goes with Obamacare. I think these healthcare stocks have been good. Not that Obamacare isn't a good idea, but I'll tell you right now, it's been holding back the economy and needs to be fixed.
Well, just to let you know, these stocks have already boomed.
They have.
So they could boom more, is what you're saying.
I am thinking long term they're going to be very good buys.
Okay.
Round number three, people power are the companies that make the most revenue per employee, which is a buy, sell, or hold. On the list, Apple, Target, Walmart, Netflix, and others.
Well, the interesting lesson to be learned here that it's not human capital, it's money that makes more money in this day and age now with automation, innovation, and this thing called the internet.com. So
Internet, yeah.
Some of them on this list were real estate companies, and some were refining and pipeline companies. I thought that was interesting. So I think with oil prices, down here at the 45 level, I think there's some more opportunity once that recovers at these particular stocks. Phillips 76 is a stock that's been trading sideways between roughly 75 and 85. So it could get a bit of a pop.
But there is upside risk for these companies because they laid off a lot of workers, and a lot of these workers in the energy space, they're not going to want to come back. And if they do come back, and if the market comes back, they're going to command a premium. But you got to remember, it's a boom and bust business. It's the same for the employees in that business. They were booming a few years ago. They couldn't pay them enough money to stay. Then when they laid them off, they might not be able to pay enough money to get them back.
But some were financial stocks, and that's where they're using their working capital to make more money. So I like XLF, the financial ETF. It's already had a 10% bounce in very short order here recently, but I still think there's a lot more upside. Banking is where the money is at.
But I also think this report, you have to keep in mind, there's a lot of help wanted ads out there. But why aren't they filling the jobs?
Not the right skills.
We don't have the skills. So, you can have all the great job openings in the world, but if you can't find people to fill them, at any price, that's not a good thing. And I think that's another concern when we look at that report.
On to your bonus round question for today. Bonus round, and it's Trump trivia. What else?
Trump trivia, I love it. Okay, good. I had the Trump board game. No,
Are you ready? Donald Trump appeared on an episode of which 90s TV series?
Oh my gosh.
Was it Full House, Sabrina the Teenage Witch, or Sister Sister?
I know this one because I was.
Because you watched them all?
No, I was on I was on a Fox. I was on Fox.
He was on
Chicago.
Home Alone.
And the same question came up.
He was on Home Alone 2. He was in the movie Home Alone 2. He was.
That's amazing. Yes. Yes.
When
But
Macaulay Culkin
I
was
think
going
the difference
through
is
the
he
hotel.
he didn't play himself in this role, and that's why I
This
know.
is
was
not a
acting?
trick
He
question.
was acting.
It's really one of
This
those.
is not a trick. Sabrina, the Teenage Witch, is what it is.
You're going with Sabrina?
I always wanted to say, I'm going to say sister, sister, because I don't get a chance to say that on TV enough.
There you go.
Sister, sister.
The answer is Sabrina, the Teenage Witch. Wow.
Thank you.
You know
Thank you
your
very much.
president-elect.
Thank
I should ask my daughter.
I knew
I should
that.
ask my
Good
daughter.
job,
to say that.
guys. This is First AM continues right after this.